True or false? Are the following statements true or false? Circle the correct answer. You must give a full explanation. Right, what I would do is try numbers for these. So with this one, it says when a number that ends in 8 is divided by 2. So let's put some numbers down. 8, 18, 28, 38. Let's divide them by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4, so that's right. 18 divided by 2 is 9, so that's not right, and it's false because 18 divided by 2 ends in a 9. Next one. When two consecutive means next to each other, whole numbers are multiplied together, the answer is always an even number. Let's start with 1 and 2. 1, 2 is 2. 2 and 3. 2 3s are 6. 3 and 4. 3 4s are 12. So the answer to this one we've shown, let's try one more, 4 5s are 20. And the answer is true because you're going to have one odd and one even, and an odd times an even is an even number. Are the following statements true or false? And that's fine. A and B are whole numbers. Is that always even? Let's start with A is 1 and B is 2. So 1 squared plus 2 squared. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. So 1 add 4 is 5, which is odd. So it's false. And then you can say when A is 1, B is 2, the answer is 5, which is odd. Next question. A squared, B squared is always an odd number when A and B are odd. Let's start with A is 1 and B is 3. So A squared is 1 times 1, which is 1. So B squared would be 3 times 3, which is 9. So you got 1 times 9, which is 9, which is odd. Good. Let's try a different one. Let's try A is 3 and B is 3. So I'd have 9 times 9, which is 81. Odd. Let's try 3 and 5. So 3 squared times 5 squared. So it's 25 times 9. No, 25 times 10 is 250. Take away 25 is 225, which is odd. So it's true. Next one. Circle true or false for each statement given below. Congruent means it's exactly the same size and shape, okay? So circles with equal diameters, with diameters of equal length are congruent. That's true. Because if that circle is, got a diameter 4 and that circle's 4, the other shape would fit exactly over it with no gaps. So that's true. Regular pentagons whose perimeters are of equal length are congruent. So if I take a pentagon, a regular pentagon means all the sides are the same. Okay, so if that's 2, that's 2, that's 2, that's 2, the perimeter of that one would be 10. And then if I had exactly the same perimeter, it'd got to be 10 because they're all regular sides, so that's true. Scalene triangles that have the same 3 angles are congruent. Right, this one isn't necessarily true because if I got an angle like 60 degrees, 70 degrees and 50, it could be stretched out, so another shape with 60 degrees, 70 degrees and 50 degrees could have the same angles, but the lengths could be double it because the angles are kept the same and the shape is stretched out. So that's false. Rectangles of equal areas are congruent. Let's look at 2 rectangles of equal area. Let's pick a number that's nice and easy to do, 12. So this one could be 2 and 6 because 6 times 2 is 12. This one could be 3 and 4 and 3 4s are 12. So they are not congruent because they're not going to fit exactly over each other. So that one is false. 20% of 70 is the same as 70% of 20. So 10% of 70 is 7, so 20% is 14. 10% of 20 is 2, so 70% is also 14. So 14 and 14, so sorry, it's true. Half of an eighth. When you do a fraction, you multiply them. Alright, half, 1 times 1 is 1, 2 eighths is 16. An eighth times a half is going to give you exactly the same answer because 1 1 is 1, 8 2s is 16. So 1 1 is 1, 8 2s is 16. So that one is false. The next one. Sorry, it's true again. What am I doing? They both 1 over 16. A number is halved. The answer is halved again, and then this answer is halved again. This gives the same answer as dividing the original by 6. Right, let's think of a number that you can halve a few times. I'm going to start with, say, 40. If I half it, it becomes 20. So 40 is halved to get 20. It's halved again to get 10. So that's the second time. It's half for the third time to get 5. Is 40 divided by 5 6? No, the answer is 8. So that is false. Dividing a number by 15 is the same as dividing by 10 and dividing by 5. Let's do 100. 100 divided by 10 is 10, and then 10 divided by 5 is 2. Is 100 divided by 15 2? The answer is false. Multiplying a number by 2.5 is the same as timesing by 10 and then dividing by 4. So let's pick a number 4. 4 times 2.5 is 10. 4 times 10 is 40. And then 40 divided by 4 is also 10. So that one is true. Next one. All equilateral triangles are congruent. Right. All equilateral triangles, okay. An equilateral triangle could be 2, 2, and 2. And that could have an angle of 60, 60, and 60. Whereas a bigger equilateral triangle could be 3, 3, and 3. And that would also have an angle of 60. But they're not exactly congruent. They're similar, but they're different sizes, so it's false. All squares with equal areas are congruent. Let's look at a square. Pick an area of the square of 16. Alright, each side is going to be 4 because 4 times 4 is 16. Because this square, they've got to have the same numbers, so this one would also be 4 and 4. So they've got to be the same size, so it's true. Circle with equal perimeters. If I got a circle with, say, diameter 10, the circumference of that one, to get the same circumference, you've got to have the same width across. So that one is going to be true. And all regular octagons are congruent. That's not true because a regular octagon means they all got the same side. So you could have one with all lengths. 8 sides could all be 2. But you could also have one which is all the sides are 3, and that's still a regular octagon. So that is false.